I'm going to introduce you to another concept and a technique today, and it's called the wrist break. Very similar to armbar number 2 in the way that we started it, which means we're going to start reaching over. Now, when we bring it up, instead of twisting it all the way through, we're going to hold it halfway, have it joined with my other hand. Both pinkies are grabbing, index fingers are open. So watch again, I'm going to twist it. Since I'm twisting this way, I'm going to step straight back. Now notice I'm going to lean forward and put pressure right here on the joint. All right, this is called a wrist break. Again, I grab over, come up, step back. Now remember, here's what we have to talk about: takedowns, this breaks, and just applying enough pressure for them to feel it. Okay, or we call it pain compliance. All right, so these techniques were all traditionally done to break the wrist, which means, and you know, the human bone breaks with speed, not so much with pressure. That's why if you have a, next time you have chicken, you see if you hold a chicken leg and if you bend it, it will move, right? But if you go really quick, twist it, it will break, which means the human body breaks with speed. That's why if I have his arm and I put 500 pounds of pressure on it or weight on it, nothing happens to the arm. But if I get a 1 pound weight and if I hit it really fast, that will break the bone. So the concept here is to step back and break the wrist at the same time. All right, so here, just to be nice, straight back, we're going to twist, apply pressure, same thing, and step back and break. We could do it from different body parts. We're going to do it from outside wrist right now. Again, I'm blanketing, come up. Okay, I'm going to break the thumb, take it out, because again, I'm twisting this way, I'm stepping back. So that's done from outside wrist. I could do it from lapel, from lapel, which means from here like this. Again, I'm blanketing at the same time, twisting and stepping back. So these are all will be wrist breaks. Another good one of those practical holds again, is when we side to side, it happens to grab my wrist. Well, from here like this, in order for me to take it out and maybe do an armbar or do something from here like this, notice with our 4 fingers, we call a monkey grip. I'm going to grab, I'm going to put my elbow right over it, step forward and push down at the same time. All right, so from here again, I'm just going to step from here and break that wrist right there. I've seen this, there's many different schools of thoughts about stepping. I've seen some of the Hapkido organizations, some of the traditional systems, they like to stump, which they go into it and stump into it. I think that's great if it works for your body type and if you believe in necessarily in doing it. Otherwise, you can kind of step through. The whole idea of stepping goes back to the concepts of what we call basics or non-resistance, which is one of the main characteristics of Hapkido, which means we always want to control by going along with things. And it happens in 4 different ways. And this is a good time for me to talk about this concept right now. See, if he grabs me right now, for me, first thing I want to do, I'm going to take his energy and redirect it. But I cannot redirect it because there is no energy. So what I'll do from here like this, I'm going to create some energy. I'm going to step forward. He's going to resist. When he resists, I'm going to take his force and I'm going to do the technique. Watch one more time. So from here like this, I'm going to create some energy. I'm going to step in. He'll resist. I take his energy and go. Another variation, he pushes. So if he happens to push, I'm going to go with it. And I'm going to do whatever technique I need to do. Next one will be, he might be pulling. Well, if he pulls, then I go with it, and I go back. So that's 3 different conditions. One, he might be pushing, pulling, or I'm going to create energy. There's one more, and if you pay attention, this is while he's grabbing me. Notice, while he's coming in, there's energy. So while he's coming to me, I can take it down and do any kind of technique that I want to do. This is what we call the basics understanding of non-resistance. So really quick, okay? So 4 different ways. One is I'm going to create energy. I'm going to step forward. He pushes against me. I'm going to go ahead and do whatever technical thing I need to do. Second is he might pull me. If he does, I'll go with it, okay? Then I'll do whatever technique. And it happens that I'm just doing armbar, but I could be doing Z-break or whatever happens to be. Or he could be pushing me. I'm going to go with it. And I'm going to step through. And the last one, again, is to, while he's grabbing me, I'm going to take that energy and do whatever I need to do with it. These 4 things are what we call basics of an understanding lock flows and joint manipulations.